Hello and welcome to today's speed build. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining us, and if not, then welcome back. So today I am super excited because this is part 2 of my renovation series where I'm renovating tiny houses, and we have the Pancakes residence today, as you are probably aware, and I'm super excited because I love how this build turned out. I think that it's a massive upgrade from their old house. Their old house is of course iconic and I love it. But there was some features that I just wasn't a fan of, and I was very excited to be able to just sort of put my own spin on it and make it a little bit more functional, I suppose, a little bit better, I guess. Kind of something that if you want to play with the Pancakes residence, you're able to play around with this build. And yeah, it's kind of like an upgraded version of their own home. So maybe if you have a little bit more money, you could have this. I think it's only around like 106,000 simoleons. I say only, that is obviously quite a bit, but I think it's not too bad considering the amount of stuff that is like in this house, and you've got absolutely everything you need, so I think it's worth it. Now I will say that if you did not see my last video, I renovated the Goth family in the last part. I renovated their household and then I renovated them. And that is what's going to be happening all throughout this series. That's what's going to be happening with the pancakes as well. So now that I have renovated their home, I'm going to be also doing a video where I give them all a makeover, and I did that for the Goths and it was so exciting. I loved it so much, and I think you guys did too, so hopefully that is something you are excited to see. And if you haven't checked out the Goth renovation for their household, then I will link that in the description and you can watch that. But yeah, so today we're of course renovating the Pancakes household, and I love this build. I think that I made it a little bit more purposeful for their family, because in the original build there was only 2 bedrooms. So I think the original build was a 2-bedroom, 2 or 3 bathrooms. This build that I have done is a 3-bedroom and 2 bathrooms. So it's, I think, a little bit more functional. Now the reason I did 3 bedrooms is because if you don't know, when The Sims 4 came out with infants, which wasn't too long ago, there was an infant added to the Pancakes household. Now if you go into game, the infant won't be there. I believe that you need to download him from the gallery, but his name is Iggy and he is an infant and he's very sweet, and he is the newest addition to the Pancakes household. And yeah, he has his own bedroom in my build. So he is on the top floor with his mum and dad, Bob and Eliza, which are of course his parents. They have separate bedrooms. They do in the original build, so I decided to keep that. They clearly like having the separate bedrooms, so I thought I don't want to change that. I don't want to change any like lore or anything. Also, I talk about this in my last one, but I was trying my best with, well, I am trying my best with these renovation series to just sort of keep the theme and keep the floor plan, the overall like vibe and color scheme, but I'm really just renovating it to have it look a little bit nicer, a little bit more up to date. And of course I am using like all the packs, so I'm not restricted to just the base game. So yeah, the way I have done like the exterior and the interior, it translates really well through and through because the floor plan is practically the exact same. I have just like I don't know, like spruced it up a little bit, made it a little bit nicer. I of course did add like the extra bedroom and things, so stuff like that is changed. I also took out a bathroom because there was like 2 bathrooms upstairs, but one of them is an ensuite for Eliza, so I decided to keep that one. But one of them I think was either an ensuite for Bob or it was just like upstairs next to his bedroom. I got rid of that one because that's where I ended up putting little Iggy's room. And yeah, I'm really excited for you to see that bedroom because it is so cute. It is actually like a really big bedroom for an infant. I usually do very, very tiny little rooms for infants, but this is really, really good and practical because you can have it grow. So like the build obviously grows and changes with your Sims as they grow and change, and you sort of have renovations here and there, but you won't have to really expand on that room because it's already a very big room. So, you know, if you do play with the pancakes, you'll be able to have that bedroom, you know, until he's like moved out. So it's perfect. It's a really, really good size. So you will see that. And also Eliza and Bob's bedrooms are pretty much the same size as they were. I think Eliza's is slightly smaller because she had a very big bedroom. So yeah, it's a little bit smaller, but it's still very nice. Now I will say, see whenever I like play The Sims, and I'm friends with Eliza, which is pretty often. She always ends up being my friend whenever I play The Sims. Like, I always end up befriending her. But she always has so many kids. So you know how they like message you and they're like, you know, what do you think? Me and Bob are trying for a baby, baby, all of that. Yeah, like I used to get that message when I played the game a lot more often. I used to get that message all the time, and I would just be like, yeah, go for it. And I remember Eliza having so many children. So, yeah, I don't know. You can let me know how this works. I don't know if when they have kids and they name them, I don't know if they're randomized names or if anytime they have a kid, it's always going to be that child. Does that make sense? Like, is in unless you're like playing with the pancakes yourself. Like, if we're just talking about like the townie being in your game, do they always have the same kids all the time, or is it random? Please let me know if you like get what I'm talking about. But like I always think that because yeah, she had like so many kids. And I feel like one of them was called Iggy. So yeah, I'm a bit confused, but you know, I feel like she probably would want quite a big family, you know, because why not? Like, keep her company. Her house is not actually super big. I feel like from the outside, it looks like a super big house. It's not small by any means. This is not a small home, but her house is not like gigantic. I guess I'm comparing it though to like the Goff family. The Goff family have a very big house. Like, they have 3 floors. Bob and Eliza have 2 floors. It's very like suburban home, and it's a very cute home, I will say. But yeah, it's not as big as it looks on the outside, I don't think. That was just like a random tangent, but yeah. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the build now because that's probably pretty important. So here we are, we're doing the back garden. Now in the original build there was a back garden like this, so I just decided to keep the same shape. I did add on this little shed, which I think is very sweet. I do not decorate the inside. You can put in there whatever you like. If you want to do like some activities, I think that would be probably ideal. And then the back garden, I put a swing set, a barbecue, and a little table for them to sit at. Now I completely forgot when I was building that The Sims 4 has this really fun thing that it does where it deletes your terrain paint sometimes. And with that, when I logged back in to sort of finish up the interior of this build, it got rid of all of this stone that's in the back garden, and I didn't realise. So when I was like, I think I was decorating the kitchen, and I realised when I was decorating it that the outside didn't have any terrain paint, so I ended up just putting in like a little path. And I completely forgot until watching back footage that I had actually put this like stone terrain down. So the build is on the gallery. It's been play tested and everything like that, but yeah, it's not gonna have this stone down. So if you want to just add it back down, please do. I think it looks a lot better like this. But yeah, I ended up just sort of adding like the mud and also a little like path, but it still looks super cute. I just thought I'd mention it because it looks a bit different on the gallery. And I also added the little hopscotch from, I think that's from For Rent, and that is honestly one of like my favorite additions that we have gotten. It's such a small detail, like just Sims being able to play like hopscotch, but it's so sweet. Like imagine the kids just sitting drawing with the chalk and then like playing hopscotch. Like that is what I used to do when I was a child. I don't know about anyone else. Please let me know if you did the same. But I would go out and I will say, like, our roads are not very like flat. They're I live in Scotland. Our roads are very like bumpy and like our pavements are a bit bumpy as well. So yeah, whenever you would draw with chalk, it was a bit, it was a bit funny looking, a bit funky. But yeah, I remember I used to like draw hopscotch and everything, and doing it in school as well because teachers didn't really care because it was chalk, so it just washed away with the rain, and it was so fun. And yeah, I don't know. When I was putting that down, that's just what I was thinking about. It's crazy, isn't it, though, how like you can just see something and it just reminds you of like when you were young, or like, I don't know, like a memory that you've sort of buried away. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, let me know if you also have memories of doing that in school and stuff because I remember it very vividly. Now, we're starting off with the living room, and I was trying to put in throughout the house like hints of green. Now, I think Eliza Pancake's favourite colour is pink. Her whole bedroom is pink, her ensuite is pink. So I think it is pink. But when I think of Eliza, I always think of green because she wears that like iconic little green top, which is it's so iconic. Like it just is. You just know it's Eliza. And so I was trying to incorporate bits of green. In fact, the whole house is green, but it's like a muted sage green. It's the wallpaper from, or the paneling, sorry, from Growing Together. So yeah, it's a really nice paneling, but I used that and I tried to like incorporate some green with the fireplace and with the curtains and things like that. So yeah, we'll probably notice that. Now I will say right now, this house, not all of it, but there is a lot of like beige colors going on, and typically when I do like living rooms and stuff, I always like pack them with different colors, different wood tones and things like that. I didn't really do it for this build because I feel like Eliza Pancakes is a very like I don't know, like what's the word, like more beige interior kind of person. I don't know the word for that. I was just talking. But when I was looking at the original build, I noticed that like everything was very white. Like her living room there wasn't even as much color as I've put in. There was like, it was very white. She had white walls and white furniture, and she had like this makeshift cabinet thing that was white as well, where her TV was. I keep saying her as if like Bob doesn't also live here. Of course, Bob lives here as well. Maybe it's him. Maybe he really likes the white as well. But yeah, you'll notice I used a lot of white because the original house had a lot of white. But I was trying to also use a lot of other colours because I don't know. I'm just not very like beige person, I guess. I don't know. I think that white looks really nice in houses, I will say it. It's just that I like to put in colour. But sometimes I will admit, like, things just look better sometimes when they're just white or just beige. I'm just like, I sort of feel like if I do that, I'm like, no, but I need to put in colour. Like, I don't know, it's weird. I think it was the same when I was doing the Goth household. I was trying not to just make everything black, even though like that's kind of like their aesthetic. Although in the original Goth household, everything isn't necessarily black, they do have other colors, but I was trying to do like more black with hints of red and then like hints of some darker woods and stuff. So yeah, but I will say, since we're doing the kitchen, she did have like yellow wallpaper, so I decided to go with this wallpaper. This is the tiling from the For Rent pack. I've been loving For Rent recently. You've probably noticed with my last few builds, I did like some Japanese row houses, and I did some base game like flats apartments, and that was so much fun. I've just been having so much fun with that. I just think that it's such a new feature to the game, and I'm so excited about it. In fact, a pack that I haven't spoken about too much is the jewelry kit. What is that called? Why am I so bad at remembering things? What is that called? The the one with the jewels. Crystal Creations. I may have just looked that up. But yeah, the Crystal Creations pack. It wasn't even a kit. Did I say kit? It's a pack. Anyway, that stuff pack is also been super up there in like one of my favorites recently, and it's because of the wallpaper that we got with it. It is so beautiful. I used it in my one of my recent builds, which was like it was like a little like herbal witch's cottage, and I used it in that, and it was so sweet. I really liked it, and yeah, I've just been really enjoying that pack. I don't know, I think it's been really fun. Please let me know if you've been playing around with it like in game, and sort of how it works, and if it's good and stuff, because I was very like wanting to play around with it. I think I said that when I did because I did a loft build like dedicated to it. I kept saying how like I wanted to play with it, but I just haven't had the chance to, because I've been so busy. And yeah, I would like to hear about it, because then I can live vicariously through you. But yeah, a really cool pack. Oh, also, speaking of which, something I've not spoken about yet. Did you see that there was like a leak for some new kits? In fact, I feel like they might have been announced by now. But yeah, there was two kits, and everyone was talking about them, and everyone was like, these kits are coming out, and I had no idea we were even getting kits. But yeah, I'm just looking at it now, and they announced it today. So we are getting two kits. I think it's the same as usual. So one is going to be a build and buy, and then one is going to be a cast. That's what it looks like. So one of them is called Party Essentials, and then one of them is called Urban Homage. I think that's right, unless I'm reading it wrong. I think that's right. Party Essentials and Urban Homage. Homage. But yeah, it looks really cool. So I think the Party Essentials kit is a build kit, and then I think the Urban Homage kit is a cast kit. And both of them actually look really good. I know that I'm not a cast person, but I can see from one of the photos that this girl is wearing this like little butterfly top, and it is so cute. I love that. But yeah, Party Essentials kit. I wonder what that's going to consist of. In the little photo, we have like balloons, so maybe some like balloon things. That would be so nice, because I love things like that. I always, whenever I want to use balloons for things, I end up using the ones from the toddler pack. But they're not amazing because they're very like random colors. So yeah, this would be cool. Anyway, back to the bill, which I've just completely neglected speaking about. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm so rambly today. We're doing the laundry room. Now I decided to add a laundry room because they had a little bit of extra space, and I thought instead of making like a really awkwardly large living room, I could use the space for this. Now if you wanted, you could also put a washing line outside, and if you don't want to use like this kit, or sorry, this pack, or you don't have this pack, please feel free to make that whatever you like. I did add a little study to the upstairs, so I don't know, you could make that like a little playroom or something like that if you wanted to. I think that would be pretty cool. Or you could do another bathroom. I did put a bathroom down there, but you could make it something different. You could have it like just be like a smaller bathroom, or like just like a bath or something. I feel like those rooms are quite nice, you know, the ones that are just like a nice relaxing bath and like candles and things. I think they're quite cute. But yeah, we are doing Bob Pancake's room right now, and I tried to keep it very similar to his original room, so the layout is practically the same. Now, he did have a weight machine in his room, so I decided to sort of lean into that and incorporate this treadmill and also the punching bag. So he's got a lot of stuff in here to do. He's got a lot of fun activities, and he can work out in here. It's a very, very like chill basic room, but I actually really like how it looks. I think that it is very Bob Pancakes. Oh, also the room that I completely spoke over was the dining room downstairs, and I did put, I think there's like 3 high chairs in this whole build, even though there's only one infant, so I'm sorry about that. But I got carried away. But yeah, the dining room was pretty basic, but yeah, sorry, I just like spoke over it completely. But yeah, this is pretty much it for Bob's room. And then we move on to Eliza's, which of course is the pink colour scheme, and her original bed was that one right there. So I decided to go for this one, which I believe is from high school years, and I think that it looks very similar to the one that she did have, so I thought it worked really nicely. Now I did want to say their occupations. So Bob is culinary, I'm sure. He's like a chef. He's like a culinary chef. And then Eliza is a receptionist. I did see something saying that like she used to be a lab technician. I don't know if that's real or just like fandom, but I think I read something saying that she used to be a lab technician, and then yeah, now she's a receptionist. But I thought that was pretty fun. So I don't know what like technically her job is in the game, because I don't know, like I see so many things about it. But yeah, I don't know, like I think in the game she might be unemployed. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I think she might be, and then you can sort of like just choose. But yeah, I know that Bob, I'm pretty sure he's like a culinary chef and he does that. But I did give them a little office, and I was thinking if she is a receptionist, I don't know if that was just like fandom, which I'm going to be honest, I love reading like Sims fandom wikis and stuff. It is so fun. But yeah, I thought that if she is receptionist, maybe she could do some work from home. And yeah, if you did want to just give her any job, then you could have her working from home and she could use a little office space as well. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. You might have noticed, by the way, that I did put a crib in her room. Now, the thought behind that was I was thinking Iggy is, of course, an infant. So I thought, well, they probably still have the crib in her room from like when he was a baby. And so it's still in there. And it just added a little bit more like story into it, a little bit more realism. But if you wanted to go the other direction, they could be expecting another child. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking. You could go either way with that, but yeah. This is the little office space. I was thinking that Eliza probably chills in here, does her little receptionist job, or I mean, you can't really do actual receptionist work in your house. Like that probably wouldn't work. Hi, why are you here? Yeah, that. Well, I was thinking like paperwork, more like not actual like receptionist work. But yeah, I think it. I don't know. It's all like make believe anyway. It's all like use your imagination, because of course like a receptionist isn't an official job in The Sims. I will say though, I feel like they need to add a little bit more like job options to The Sims, because I would love if you could become a teacher. I know that that's not a receptionist, not what we were talking about, but I've always just thought, ever since high school years came out, I'm like, why can't you be a teacher? Why? Like, that would be so fun. And imagine you could like go with them to work. Like, maybe if you had the get to work bag as well, maybe there's a little mix or something, and you can like go to work, and or maybe you can go to work anyway, but like, you know, you can only do it with that job, and then like you need to do tasks throughout the day, kind of like when the kids go to high school and they need to do stuff throughout the day, but it's like the teacher. Anyway, I thought that would be cool, but we are doing Iggy's room right now, and as you can see, it's very big. It's got a lot of character to it, and it's very nice. I really like went in with the blues and the greens, and I just think it looks beautiful. I love this bedroom, and again, he'll definitely grow into it as he grows up and, you know, gets a little bit older. But yeah, we're actually coming to the end of this video that has flown in, but thank you all so much for joining me. If you did enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe, and please check out my last renovation video, and keep an eye out for me doing a makeover to the Pancakes family. But thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!